I've been a bit slack with these videos, the solar videos. The Power Mister inverter is still working well. It's developed a funny noise. I've got a clip which I've submitted to their Facebook group, and there's various explanations for it from various different people. I'm actually waiting. Power Mister have actually asked some questions, so hopefully they'll get back to me. It's still working perfectly fine. So I've neglected February's solar stats, so we'll have a quick whiz back to February. We'll reverse the clock, we'll go back in time. Month of February, we've only got 28 days. This year is a leap year, so we've got 29 days. February's solar, not as good as last year. I can't remember what last year was. If I can find it, I will put it up on the computer screen. But this year, February, we did 161.1 kilowatt hours of solar. So we've generated the solar, we've stored it in the batteries, we've used it in the house, this, that and the other. So 161.1. Now, EDF prices have gone up as of the 1st of February. We are now just over 25 cents a unit, which I know for some people in the UK that are paying a bit more than that, they're like, well, that's nothing, is it? But I think we've got 2 more pay increases to come in, one at the end of this year and then one next February, I believe. So at current prices, we saved €40.60, which compared to some months, it doesn't sound that great. Yeah, the sun's in and out today, so you'll hear this thing firing up. We've got the water heater on at the moment. So February 2024, we imported 111 kilowatts of electric, which was a total of €47. 28 euros of that was for the electric we've used. 19 is for the standing order, the abonnement. Hopefully you can still hear me over the row of this thing. So yeah, February, not as good as last year, but we still made a bit of, we've saved ourselves just over €40 for having the solar system. So we're going to wind the clock on a little bit now. March 2024, we got 31 days in March. In March this year, we generated 235.3 kilowatt hours of electric. As I say, generated, stored in the batteries, used in the house, 235.3, and at current prices that has saved us €59.30. So it's a saving of €60. We actually imported from EDF. There's always days, I mean, it feels like it's been raining constantly since bloody October, but we have had, as you can see from the graph, we have had some sunny days. But March 24, we imported 64 kilowatt hours of electric. So that's €35 in total. €16 of that was for the electric we've used, and 19 for the standing order, the abonnement. Robbing bastards. That keeps going up, but can't do much about that. So yes, the solar system is working. The one downside of solar, if the sun's not out, you're not generating electric, so we're having to rely on the grid quite a bit. Hopefully, today is the 1st of April, it's April Fool's. I did catch a few of you out. I put a post out saying we traded the Range Rover in, and I put a picture up of a Suzuki Jimny. A few of you fell for it. We're not trading the Range Rover in. And if you've seen the prices of the new Suzuki Jimnys, they're bloody expensive. 26,000, 30,000, and they're not for brand new ones either in France, so I don't know what they are new. Anyway, that's not happening. We've got the Range Rover, we're keeping it. So yeah, that's our solar stats for the last 2 months. As I say, it's not brilliant. If we had a wind turbine, perhaps we would have been better off. It has been quite windy, and if we had somewhere with a water wheel, we should have brought some property with a river, and we could have put in a hydro thing as well. We'd have been laughing. We could have had hydro, we could have had a windmill, and we could have solar, but it's not to be. Now, you can probably put a windmill up, but we would need a different inverter. There are inverters that will have inputs for windmills and solar panels, but it's getting not expensive, but you've got too much going on in one box. You've got a lot to go wrong. Just another thing to point out, I have got the new motherboard for the grow watt inverter. I will hopefully be fitting that this week, so that's going to be a couple of like a two-part video. I'll do one part actually fitting the motherboard in the inverter, and then the second part we'll get the inverter on the wall. I've just got to get in touch with grow watt because I need the latest firmware, which I'll probably update the firmware on the new motherboard once that's all in. So that'll be another video. There was something else I was going to say as well. I can't remember what it was. Just hang on a minute. I remember what it was. France generated electricity generated in France, I will put a graph up now, is, I believe, 12% renewables, 8% fossil fuels, and almost 80% nuclear. Nuclear. Yeah, nuclear power stations. So yeah, 8% is fossil fuels. So whether you agree with nuclear power stations or not, it's got to be a better way than fossil fuels. Who knows? We have got a hell of a lot of nuclear power stations in France, but not all of them are active. So just a little bit of inside information for you. Not inside information, but you know, a bit of trivia, shall I say. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Nothing too exciting. I'll say we'll be getting on with the grow watt inverter. Potentially this week it's pissing hard with rain again, so I will get the inverter on the bench in the office and we'll swap the motherboard out and see if we can get that all working again. And then we've got to decide which one we're going to keep on the wall, and we'll keep the other one as a spare. So this one started making funny noises. It's a little bit, ooh, it's guaranteed for 2 years. If it's going to pack up, I'd rather it packed up while it was in its guarantee. But yeah, fingers crossed it's just a random noise, but it is a bit concerning. Anyway, we'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.